Be sure to check out Schmo Games for more content. Link in the description.
What's going on, guys? Some random cracker, and we are back with some more Madden 17 news. Today we got the franchise mode. There's two parts to this. You can see there's blog part 1, and I got another tab open for part 2. Those were released on 2 different days, I believe. I'm a little bit late. I'm a couple days late, but it's all good. I'm keeping you guys up to track. It says right here, June the 12th. June the 12th at 2 p.m. This was posted. This other one was June the 12th. Okay, so it was on the same day, 2 hours apart. So let's just jump right into it. So as you can see, play the moment and game planning. Play the moment is a new thing to come to franchise mode. What it really is this is in-depth description here, but I'm going to sum it up for you guys. Basically, franchise mode is very it's long. Like it says right here, your career, play the entire 30 years. But not everybody does that. Not everybody wants to play every single game for every single season. Usually what I do is I play for a few I play for like, I don't know, a few different seasons, and then I make a new player and start over again, just because it just switches it up and it gets boring after a while. But play the moments is basically, it helps you and makes the game more fun. And if you don't got that much time to play Madden, or it just makes it more fun, I think, in general. So how it works is it's gonna pick from offense, defense. Well, I guess you can pick which one you'd like, but it'll throw you in to the biggest moments of the game. Right here, there's an example. 1 minute and 5 seconds after the second quarter. Basically a 2-minute drill. Get some points. So if your team's down, it's gonna help you out. It's gonna give you a drill, and you're gonna do it from that point. You won't have to play the whole entire game. It'll just put you in the game at key moments, which I find is very cool. If you want to play that way, I'll probably find myself playing that way sometimes. Not all the time, because I do love playing franchise mode, just the whole game sometimes, if I got nothing to do. But yeah, that is definitely an upgrade in franchise mode for sure. Like I already explained, there's types of moments: offense, defense, and special teams. It'll put you in, like it says right here, the third down, red zone. It'll put you in those moments where your team needs to thrive, and you need to be the one in there to help your team out and decide if you're going to score or not. Like right here, it says if there's a tough field goal attempt, you need to try and block it yourself. Say it's fourth quarter, you're down, or it's tied. You want to be the one in control, not the computer. Completely understandable. That makes a lot of sense. And if, like I was explaining, and the article explains, if you don't have a lot of time to play Madden, you want to get a quick game in, that's a perfect way to do it. You can probably get 2 games in, because it sims most of it, the not really important parts. And right here, as I'm talking about speed, simulation speed, there are 3 different types of options you can choose from. The default, obviously, play-by-play, and obviously the fast option. That makes a lot of sense. So down here is a screen. You can see simming until the next key moment. I find that cool, where it shows who's making the plays and the field. That is really cool. Usually just shows you that little, it just comes up on the screen, the little picture. It just shows what's happening, like the description. It says, oh, Peyton Manning passes to blank blank blank. This is going to show the picture of them, the field. That's really cool. I love that. You can, like right here on the bottom X, it says change the speed, jump to next play, or cancel sim and start playing. And also tells you what the colors mean. Red is red for run, blue for pass, and green for the kick/field goal. Return in negative yards. So that is really cool as well. And we were just talking about the Super Sim, and they upgraded the engine for sure. Because, like you can see right here, it shows you you can edit it while it's simming, which is amazing. I find that to be really cool. So right here it says it doesn't matter if you play 6 to 12 minute quarters. The engine helps you. It still does everything that Madden will do. It won't, if the game's shorter, it won't mess you around. You don't have a better or less chance of winning. It evens it out, and it helps you for sure play the game. And game planning right here, which this is one of my favorite parts. If you do the practices, you'll see it says right there opponent tendencies. Right here it says that, and each week it'll pick some things, pick some drills for you to do to practice to help your team stop whatever that team is doing well. So say they're a really heavy run team. I'm gonna assume you're gonna do a defensive drill that'll help you with the run. Stuff like that, which I find is really, I appreciate that actually. That's really cool. Leave your comments down to everything I'm saying, guys, in the comment section. I really want to know how you guys feel about this. Right here, back with the game plans, you get to choose your offensive and defensive game plan, which is really cool. So you don't have to do the same thing every week. You can switch it up. Like you can do this thing up here, the tendencies, and see, oh, this team likes to do long passes or whatever. So then your defensive game plan will obviously, you'll need to pick, deep throws, or defend the deep throw. If they're a heavy run team, defend the run, run first, which is really cool. And obviously, you'll gain XP and upgrade your players. The in-game boost, like I was just kind of expressing, if your team is deep, like to throw deep, I guess you can click one of these boosts, and on those plays it will help you. As you can see right here, it's kind of blurry, but it'll give you +1 throw power, +1 accuracy, and then to the tight end it'll help you in catching and route running. That is really cool as well, and obviously on defense it's going to help you with those boosts. That's pretty cool. You probably get one of those once a game, depending on the game plan, which is amazing. And back with these tendencies, oh yeah, I actually like this too. So you can focus train some people. Say there's some people on your team that you really need to step up. You can focus on them directly. So three different players here, and you can mainly work on them and try to get them to the best of their ability, get their XP up, and make them one of the starters on your team, and upgrade them to the max, and make sure that they can produce as much on your team. That's that player focusing thing. And then the last thing, guys, is game plan strategy. So this is pretty cool as well. So it's with the first step, it's talking about you can counter your opponent by selecting a certain game plan to help you out. So if, like I was saying earlier, if their strengths are running it, you're gonna choose your game plan and you're gonna go with run block. Even if you're you're more used to the pass blocking, you're gonna go to run, and you're gonna try to swallow them up in the run and stop them on offense, and help your team out. Also, the second thing is so if you like to run it, yourself, you can choose a game plan to help you run. So it'll focus on the run and not as much as the pass. Vice versa, if you're a pass guy, you can focus your game plan around passing to help your squad. Obviously you're gonna upgrade your receivers, get everything good there. And the last thing is talking about if you're rebuilding and you need certain positions to bulk up, you can make game plans that will give that position more XP and to help you upgrade them as fast as. Alright, so we're moving on to part 2 of this article. Just go on easports.com/Madden NFL News, or just search Madden 17 on Google, and boom, it'll be right there. So big time decisions. So the big decisions is basically like real football. If someone's hurt but they can play, it's up to you to decide, okay, well, do I want him to get hurt more, or do I want to put the backup in and see what the backup can do, and if the backup can emerge as a star. It gives the example of a quarterback. So your quarterback gets hurt your first game. Do you want to put him back in, or do you want to rest him a game and give the backup a shot? Obviously, you can do big time decision season goals, so it'll show you all your season goals, and you can get XP depending on what happens. And if you're a coach, win a certain amount of games. If you're a player, get a certain amount of touchdowns. All that kind of stuff. And as I was talking about earlier, the injury thing, if the player's hurt, obviously you don't really know, like it says right there, play through injury or start the backup. You want to make a good decision, because if you do start this player, even though he is, say, a 99 overall, say it's Lamar Miller, like up here, or sorry, did I say Lamar Miller? I meant Von Miller. If you're Von Miller and 99 overall, you want him to, and it's a big game of the season, but if he gets hurt, he's done for the season. So you need to make that big game time decision with those injuries. And here, more decisions involving acquisitions. So say you need a corner. See, these guys are both 73 overall. I think they're actually wide receivers. Yeah, they're both wide receivers. It shows you their stats. It shows you're going to decide if you want to sign them or if you're not interested. And you need to make that kind of big time decision for your team and get the best available free agent for you. And here we go with the big decisions for the negotiation. So offseason comes. Right there, Von Miller's a free agent. Who do you want to sign? You got to negotiate, and you got to re-sign him and make him a good deal, but make him a deal that obviously, if you want Von Miller, you're going to be paying him a lot. Or do you want to let go of Von Miller and sign maybe 2 to 3, even 4 other players that might be able to not be as good as him, but can step up, and you'll be able to get more players out of the deal. And spending XP is a big thing too. You don't want to just waste all your XP. You want to put it on the players that you need to help with the most. Right there, it's even giving you a recommended player to put it on, so you can upgrade them in certain areas. Look at the top offensive earner, so it's going to show you who's earning the most XP for you. And yeah, you can upgrade them to however you want, but you got to make a smart decision to yet again help your team. And cutting players sucks. I actually avoid this step because it's just so boring, but it actually looks very interesting. You got to be a smart GM in this situation to cut who you want to cut, and maybe sometimes it'll be a big time decision because you might want to keep somebody, but you got to cut both of the guys or one of the 2 guys. Even though you like both of them, you got to cut one and choose one to stay on this team. So right here it's talking about if you want to offer this person, it'll show you their how much they want to come to your team, if they like your bid on them. They kind of did something like this in the other Maddens. You make a negotiation, and if they don't like it, they're not going to come to your team, obviously, which adds a lot of realistic ability to the game. And there's some community requests. On top of everything else, they've added. Okay, all right. So this is pretty neat. They make it more realistic. They're gonna add. This is things from the community. So all you guys out there have asked the score ticker, like on Sunday when you're watching the game, it shows their record, who's playing, what time, and I don't know if that's real, if that's realistic, if that's actual football, or if that's just in the franchise. I'm gonna assume it's in the franchise. Full player editing, which is pretty neat. So if you want to completely change how someone looks, I know that you could. There's a few things that you can't edit. And they add the practice squad and a few more that they're probably not going to talk about in this article. But here we go. We're showing the player editor. It looks a lot different too, which is pretty neat. You can edit everything. Look, it's showing the ratings here, but so you can see your practice squad, and maybe you want to bring somebody up, you want to give them a shot. I find that to be really, really cool, and I'd love to have that, a nice little come up story in your franchise, bringing someone in and they end up being the star on your team. I find that to be really, really neat. Alright, so here is a regression feedback. So if you're a coach or the owner obviously of the franchise, if somebody is regressing on your team, it'll show you and it'll give you a report of why and what's happening. So this person right here, -2 hit power, and it even explains that they're getting older. He got under 5 sacks. So his things will go down. So it depends on how you play. Your overall will drastically drop, and then you'll just completely be out of the league. So the better you are, obviously, the more sacks you get, it'll help your finesse moves, the block shedding. If you're in it, and especially if you're an older player, obviously your stuff will go down. So that is definitely something to keep. And last but not least, the skills. So it's going to show you the skills in a different way. Progression history. It shows you how they've progressed over the years. Maybe at first they were slow, maybe they had a really bad year one year. That is really, really neat. It gives you an analysis that's so awesome, and then traits. It shows you all of this stuff, and I find this to be really cool, guys, and I really hope you guys leave me some feedback in the comments. If you didn't understand some things, you can definitely go look this up on your own. easports.com/Madden NFL News, or search Madden 17 on Google. Absolutely awesome. I'm always on this site. I read this when it came out, but I didn't make a video because I was a little busy. But yeah, I got it out finally, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. and as soon as some more news comes out, I will definitely be letting you guys know. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Hello everyone, Summer and I'm Cracker. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and also check out some of these other channels. Schmo Games is the other channel we got, and Mean Dean is a new channel coming out soon, so be sure to check that out. I'll see you guys in the next one.